Stop. Stop. Hey everybody, welcome in for Ever's Primetime. I'm Ever, and today we are watching episodes 5 and 6 of Bojack Horseman Season 5, and if you enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe. It lets me know that you'd like to see the series finished out, which would be kind of goofy not to finish it out at this point, but it lets me know. And if you're interested in the uncut reactions or Steven Universe, you can get access to that by becoming a patron or a YouTube member with the links down below. Without anything else though, let's go ahead and get into it.
You were made for the skies. Why do you think they named you Amelia Earhart?
I'm wondering...
belongs in
Oh?
the air.
Oh, is this...
True, that is my name.
Boots, leave your sister alone.
She started it!
Well, stop it right now or I'll pop the both of you.
I couldn't tell if we were doing another, like, Princess Carolyn, like, as a child situation or
But a woman's
what.
never flown to the sun before.
Come on.
What is this
one of the
accent?
gals got the get
Where
up
did this
and
accent come
ain't no
from?
sack.
Oh, it's so depressing to, like, see your childhood home in disrepair. Like, that is actually depressing.
Anyway, where the hell are you?
Eden, North Carolina.
Ugh, North Carolina? It's like the
Eden,
second
North
worst of
Carolina.
the
I don't know where
Carolinas.
Eden is.
You
but
know I'm from here, right?
in North
Yeah,
Carolina.
and you got out. You know what from means? It means you don't have to be there anymore. That's why they call it from.
Okay, I'm about to be from this conversation.
Wait. I'm sorry. Can we just talk about Mr. Peanut Butter? Why did you cast
North
him on the
Carolina's
show?
not that
Everybody
bad.
loves him.
South
I'm the
Carolina,
guy
on
everybody's
the other
supposed
hand,
to love.
totally different ball game.
Bojack, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Do you think you can handle your shit until
Yeah, did
then?
we just
yeah,
talk
that
about
sounds
how, like,
like
could
me.
you just
What are you
do
doing
the
there anyway?
favor of just
taking care of
handling
some
it for
family
one day?
So looking up on Hoot, she forgot to make sure her boyfriend wrapped his Tweedle. Well, that's all true, but I'm not some backwoods hick.
Oh,
I'm 18, I got my whole life ahead of me.
She
and
doesn't
it's not
look like
my
a kid.
boyfriend's
Like,
begging
she
me to
looks...
marry him.
I mean, she
Boyfriends
looks
rarely
like
do.
30.
His name's Strip, short for Dennis.
sure.
He's not exactly the romantic type, but he's got those eyes you just can't say no to. You know what I mean?
I hope you and Strib have many happy childhood
Strib.
years together. I'm willing to do whatever I
awful
can to
name.
help.
But this show makes no sense. In the rooftop motorcycle scene, Fritz and Filbert keep saying, "This is so dangerous. Yeah, man, we're really dangerous." But then they just get off the motorcycle.
What is...
Why aren't
Okay,
they, like, skidding
to
towards
be
the side of
fair,
the building? And then
what is Princess Carolyn... What is she gonna do about this? Like, why is Diane... She has nothing to do with the with that.
Like your idea? Just convince him he thought of it himself.
You really think he'll do it just because I say it's his idea?
That's a great idea, Diane.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna do it.
So sorry.
No problem.
I'm gonna do it.
Just so you know, when's the last time you were here?
Oh, not since my mother died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was a long time ago.
She's still dead, though.
That is true.
Okay, well, yeah, if you want to make her feel bad about it, that's a sentence.
Sorry we had to... What kind of city person's too busy to say California Pizza Kitchen? What, you got to catch a bus or something?
That's
Stay
a-
a while
I
and say
mean-
the whole name.
Yeah, well, I'm not
Stay
like
a while.
that. I live in Los
Stay a
Angeles
while.
now, but you know what they say? You can take the girl out of the Greensboro High Point metropolitan area, but you can't take the Greensboro High Point metropolitan area out of the girl.
I wish my boyfriend would have taken
So
his
weird
penis
to
out of
watch
the
this
girl.
and, like, hear
Meaning
places
I
I've
wish it
heard
was
of.
pulled out.
Yeah, no, I got
It's like jarring. It just never happens.
So, do I have to do all the dialogue as scripted, or can I have a little fun with it?
Normally I wouldn't even ask, but
Because of the whole
Again,
ex-wife of it all,
I don't know
figured
why
should
we're
just
asking
double-check
Princess
that it's
Carolyn
definitely
this.
okay
That she
if I
has
change every
nothing to
single word.
do
Knowing Flip,
with
I
the
would just stick to the
writing
script.
or the
So, don't flip the
script
script?
or
Exactly,
the
don't flip
show.
flip
Like,
script.
she's just
That's
the
a double
age. She
flip.
doesn't have
You're
anything to
saying
do
I
with this,
should flip.
right?
I'm saying,
Your mom's drunk again, isn't she?
oh, my mom, well, obviously she was planning on cleaning the floors, but I asked her if I could do it. I want to learn all the tricks of the trade so one day I can be as good a housekeeper as she is.
Why do you still live here? Why don't you go live with your dad down in Raleigh?
All my sisters and brothers are gone. If I leave,
it's
my
so
mom's got
weird,
nobody.
dude.
Besides, if I go, who's going to keep you out of trouble?
Did you know I'm on the football team?
I do know it. Are you ever gonna play?
Probably not. Smart ass. Not unless the first string
Damn it.
quarterback gets hurt.
Well, why aren't you the first string quarterback?
It's not where I needed to be.
But what if I'm not as good a quarterback as I think I am?
Doesn't matter. You don't need to be good enough. You just need to convince your coach you're good enough.
Damn. You know what? I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Don't leave until you get that yes.
Is this actually gonna go well? Definitely not.
Oh.
Because nothing goes well for anybody.
Sadie, the perfect candidate.
I thought you always answered your phone day or night.
Right. Hello?
So I just got the phone.
Oh,
Flip.
it's
He's really excited about
literally
this new
everybody.
motorcycle stunt he came up with.
Everybody
He
has
wants
an
to do
issue
it
today.
tomorrow, but-
That's Flip, full of ideas. Gotta go.
Okay, well, the show is already way over budget, and my boss is starting to ask questions.
Who's
now,
his
normally,
boss? Isn't
I
he
love
the-
questions because they're good for pondering. But I guess in the corporate world, when people ask questions, they
I mean,
expect
Sadie
someone to
seems
answer them. And
somewhat
apparently,
understanding.
Yeah, wow, really makes you think. Is not
Oh
the
my
kind
god,
of
but Sadie's
answer
gonna be
they're
like,
looking
oh, you seem
for.
like you already
Goodbye,
have your
Todd.
hands
Wait,
full.
one more thing.
What?
Do you
And
think
not
Lake Erie
pick
ever
her.
gets-
But if you can stay another day, that would be awesome. Maybe only if you can. I know you're busy. I don't want me or my baby to get in the way of your career.
Sadie.
Why does
I'll be
she-
there.
Why do I feel like, though, that she has some sort of ulterior motive? I don't know why, but the way that she said, like, me and my baby, right? She's not like, I don't know, like, if she's giving it up, I mean, I know it's her still, like, that doesn't change that, but, like...
Okay, did you get it? Check your work email. Okay, click accept. Now forward me the confirmation. Thank you, Stuart. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Oh, man, gee whiz, don't we miss... No. I mean, obviously that didn't work out, so something bad happened, and I'm sure it's gonna be depressing AF.
And the problem is when people with losing numbers think they're winners.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then what
Appreciate
the hell are these?
Stupid
College
detail.
brochures.
You think you're going to
That
something?
her mom and Princess Carolyn have that same alcohol bottle. Princess Carolyn also has it on her desk in her office. That blue.
Abandon me?
Mom, it's not about you.
You see LA. No, you will not see LA. Even if you get into one of these places, how are you going to pay for it?
I'll get a job or a paid internship.
Well, la-dee-da. I did not realize I was in the presence of someone who was
Why
going
is
to
she
get a
putting her
paid
down like this?
internship.
Mom,
Oh,
you need to go
God.
to bed.
See, that's a difference between you and me, Princess Carolyn. I know where I belong. This is my bed. No, it's not. Where's my bed?
God, I mean, I'm gonna say this. I think that based on Princess Carolyn's mom, at least, she turned out pretty good.
Why?
Because people were watching. Now I need you to intervene and forbid me from doing my own stunts, even though I really want to, because I actually don't want to, because that would require me to be in good physical shape, which we both know I'm not, and also not a coward, which we both know I am.
Bojack.
I mean, to be fair, I do like actors doing their own stunts, but it does put a ton of stuff at risk. So, like,
that would be real cool.
I kind of agree in the sense that Bojack should not be doing it because everybody else is going to be in trouble if he does get hurt, which chances are he's going to get hurt.
Boy.
I got it now. Maybe I'm gonna buy it.
Maybe?
$5.
Nice. Okay, win her over.
Sadie,
Yes.
you can sell anything if you just sell
Win
people
her
the idea that
over.
they're not being sold to.
Wow, that's pretty manipulative.
Oh, but I didn't need to
Yes.
because your clothing
Welcome,
sells itself.
welcome
Hey,
to capitalism,
I guess
Sadie.
you're right.
I think that she does.
My life's over.
Oh.
Kidding? This is
Did
a
she-
good thing. That boy's stuck with you now.
Jesus
with me?
Christ.
Good, and I'll be right up here whenever you need me. Hey, I want to give you this.
Oh.
Steal this from
This is-
Evelyn too?
Your
Oh, this is
Grammy
family-
gave me this
family
necklace
heirloom
when
that's
I
worth
first
50
got
cents.
pregnant. It's been in our family for generations. It's from the old country. And when you
oh my
wear
God,
this,
this
I
is
want you
literally-
to remember that you've
Oh
come from
my
a long
God.
line of women who've taken our licks, but we always
I didn't think that
land
we
on
would
our
get like
feet,
this story again. It's
don't we? Now listen to me. This is our shot.
actually crazy
Don't
how much
blow
that
it,
changes how
okay?
she looks. Like,
Okay.
now it looks like Princess Carolyn again.
Yeah,
Would you want to meet my family?
of course.
There's a potluck at the church tonight.
I love a church potluck.
Oh, well, what church do you go to in LA?
Oh, St. Mary's, Good Shepherd, of the Lady of the Passion, of the Constant Gardener, of Latter-day Bell and Sebastian.
You got time for all that, but you can't say California Pizza Kitchen.
I love church and I love the Lord. God is my backdoor pilot.
I wish Dreb was a backdoor
Amen.
pilot. Maybe then I wouldn't be pregnant. Anal sex.
Got it.
My dad's ready to see you. You better not.
So they actually went through with it and everything. I'm assuming that, like, I mean, something obviously happened to the
Oh, I
baby.
gotta tell you, when my idiot son told me he'd knocked up the help, Let me try that again.
Literally like
Princess Carolyn,
Bojack's situation.
Do the right thing here. We'll go to Hilton Head every summer and take a photo of all of us on the beach wearing khaki and white. And this'll be our Christmas card. Inside it'll say, Merry, Merry, season's greetings, so as not to alienate our friends of other faiths.
I guess she didn't want her
Carolyn,
life
I know you're
absolutely
scared,
detailed
but
for the
I
rest of
promise you,
her
you've got
forever.
A great life ahead of you. No worries, no tough choices, and no money troubles. Thanks to the Wallace & Sons answering machine tape empire. Yes, as long as people need answering machine tapes, you will be taken care of. Sound good?
Yes.
Wait for the beep. Sound good? Beep.
This is the best thing that happened to her, and of course, it turns into probably the worst thing.
Accident? Bojack's hurt real bad.
No.
I'm in so much pain.
No, he's
I'm like
fine.
Carrie Strug over here. Where's my big
Fine.
Russian
He's so
guy?
dramatic, dude.
He fell off a building is what happened?
Oh, are you okay? I mean, I know you're not okay, but you're okay, right?
Why did you let him do his own stunts?
Flip actually looks a little nervous.
Of course it was today.
Although
I
he
put a
always looks
sticky
kinda
on her
nervous.
day page.
Maybe don't give the baby away, like maybe keep it. I mean, I guess I could marry her, have family and stuff. I don't know.
No.
This is like a fairy tale. Strip, I can't do this again.
Come on. I love you or whatever.
Go to him, Sadie.
Or whatever.
Don't listen to her, Sadie. She lives in a pontoon boat.
PC.
Begging for a ride.
What's PC gonna do about this?
Ow! Oh my God!
What is Sadie? Sadie!
Dude, I just wanted
You
to be
blew
happy.
it.
Jesus
We were this
Christ.
close, and you blew it.
Mom.
What the hell happened? You eat a pineapple or something? Put something up there you shouldn't have?
No, it just happened.
Miscarriages don't just happen.
Yes.
This was our
No, that's
ticket. That baby
literally.
would've
Oh
changed
my
everything
God.
for
This
us.
is, dude.
I'm
She's a
sorry.
terrible mom.
I'm sorry.
Holy
I'm
shit!
sorry.
Like going through probably one of the most traumatic experiences, and she's sitting there yelling at her about shoving pineapples. Oh.
You. He's gonna end up with some fancy heiress
Dude.
like Samantha Floppy does. Besides, you don't want that life.
I think
You're
that she
free
is
now.
just as bad as Bojack's mom. I
what?
mean, I think that
I
like
wasn't gonna tell
Beatrice
you,
is
but
definitely
this
like
came in the
worse,
mail.
but they're not very far off from each other at all.
I heard it was Flip's idea.
Right, but that's just
It was
because
Flip's idea. How are you not getting this?
Diane,
Do you only
what
seem
is
smart
wrong
because
with
you wear
you?
glasses?
okay, it was Flip's idea.
Great, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey,
Hey,
you don't know my Strip.
but I know you, and you are too special to settle for the first guy
God.
who rolls up on a motorcycle and says, I love you or whatever.
Well, I haven't decided
Face
what I'm gonna
and
do
the
yet.
eyes
You're a
crossing.
bright girl.
I've been watching you bullshit everyone on that phone of yours.
Listen, I want to give your baby the best life.
I mean, she is, but she has to. They're idiots. She doesn't understand.
help you. I want to give your baby a better life.
Better than what? Yeah! Better than a sky full of stars?
Better than. Whoo! Yeah, that wasn't the sentence. Oh God. Oh my God. Okay. The housing makes sense now. I didn't realize that they were living in a little shack next to the mansion.
She's gonna keep looking.
Okay.
Ugh, I'm sorry. This is the hardest part of my job.
It's so hard for you, sitting back in the chair,
Tracy.
relaxing.
It's not your fault.
Goodbye, Tracy.
She's just a tragic character, dude. Like, she is never gonna have happiness, is she?
It's your fault. I feel
Oh my
amazing.
God,
I
is
don't know
he-
what that doctor gave me, but man, you should leave town more often.
Is he gonna be healed
quick
like by the
question,
end
is
of the
this a
season?
train?
I mean, that
I'm
looks
on the way
pretty
home. I'll come check
extensive
on you as soon as I
there.
get there.
What if you deferred for a year?
Mom, I can't
No,
do that.
you can't.
Of
This is
course
like
you
the
could.
opportunity of a
Los Angeles
lifetime.
isn't going nowhere,
No,
just
but the
another
opportunity
year.
to
By
go
that time,
might go
Boots will be out
somewhere.
of rehab and he can come home and help out. Just wait until then.
Mom, please.
A year, you'll hardly notice it.
No,
It's
Mom,
awful.
I gotta go.
That is actually
Please?
terrible.
Can't you just do this one thing for me?
Dude, she's done so much for you already.
I'm sorry, Mom.
sure of it. That's actually awful to sit there in the airport and do that. Dude, hot take. I think that, like, Beatrice is, like, straight up an asshole, and it's very easy to see that. But Princess Carolyn's mom is, like, a secret asshole. You know, like, using her feelings to manipulate her. Like, Beatrice doesn't really manipulate. She just will straight up tell you how it is and is an ass. But Princess Caroline's mom is like using feelings. Is that little teenage Bojack? Oh, God.
Yes, I see. Get it.
He just looked so mad. Also, it said that Bojack delivers a eulogy in this episode, which that's gonna be a time.
Now, it's one thing for a woman to weep, but when they do it at such a volume, you can hear it through the door. That's when you know they're doing it just for the attention.
Could you imagine having to sit in the car with your dad and him just saying this shit to you?
So
like, that's crazy, dude. Absolutely crazy.
Here I am, being your mother, which I know is giving you all sorts of mixed up ideas about gender while your brain is still loose and stupid. Just remember, if you become a queer
loose and
later in
stupid.
life, this isn't my fault.
Oh
Don't
my
just sing those songs
God,
in your nightclub
dude.
act called "My Daddy Was My Mommy" while gazing longingly at a tangled string of pearls. Pearls are for ladies, Bojack. Pearls are for ladies.
Hearing Bojack's voice saying
You
this
know
hurts
Sunday's
just a
my writing
little
day.
bit.
Sundays.
This guy is a piece of shit.
When the black hole that birthed you conspired to ruin it for me. What am I
my
supposed to do now?
God.
Just go back to writing? I'm out of the zone now. The whole day's shot. All because of you and that brittle wisp of a woman you made the mistake of making
This
your mother.
dude has been blaming Bojack and Beatrice for not being able to write his shit book for the longest time.
You can't rely on other people, Bojack. It's good for you to know that. And she's a good mother for teaching you that. You got a head start on most kids. You're actually very lucky.
He is so lucky. This is dramatic.
Thank you.
It's so dramatic, dude. Oh, God. Who's the bigger asshole? Is it him or is it Beatrice? Like, is there even any point in trying to find the competition in that?
So I stopped at a Jack in the Box on the way here, and the girl behind the counter said, "Hiya, are you having an awesome day?" Not, "How are you doing today?" No, "Are you having an awesome day?" Which is pretty shitty because it puts the onus on me to disagree with her. Like, if I'm not having an awesome day, suddenly I'm the negative one. Usually when people ask how
Or you
I'm
could just
doing, the real
say,
answer is,
yeah,
"I'm doing
it's
shitty." But I
going
can't say
great,
I'm doing
you know?
shitty because then they say, "Why? What's wrong?" And I have to be like,
No, they
"I don't
just
know,
say,
all
oh.
of it." So instead, when
Dude,
people ask how I'm
anytime
doing, I usually
when I was
say,
working
"I am
as a
doing
cashier,
so
I'd be like, oh, I hope you're having a good day. And they're like, it's not really a good day. It's like, that's not how that social interaction's supposed to go.
Well, my mom died, and she immediately burst into tears.
Wait.
So now I have to comfort her, which is annoying. And meanwhile, there's a line of people forming behind
Bojack's
me who are
mom's
all
not
giving
dead.
me these real judgy looks.
Right?
because
That's
I
not
made
the
Jack in the Box
eulogy that
girl
we're
cry.
giving.
And she's bawling, and she's saying,
Right?
I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine,
no
but,
way.
you know, it's fine. And I would like to order a double Jack meal, and I've kind of got somewhere to be, so maybe less with the crying and more with the frying, huh? And the girl apologizes.
There's no-
again, and
dude.
she offers me a free churro with my meal. And as I'm leaving, I think, I just got a free churro because my mom died. No one ever tells you when your mom dies, you get a free churro.
Jesus Christ. Stop. Stop. This is not, this cannot be
Anyway,
her.
I'm sorry, that's not
Stop.
part of the.
There's no picture.
Okay, here we go. Nicely done. You know, I was a little worried I wouldn't have the right accompaniment today. I guess it's a good thing my mom was an organ donor. What happened to the organ?
She's
Okay,
actually,
why don't you just leave the
holy
comedy
shit.
to the professionals, okay? This is a funeral, sir, for my mother.
I mean,
Can
I'm
you show a
not
little
shocked.
respect?
It didn't really seem like she had a tremendous amount of time left,
No,
but
take
like,
Beatrice Horseman. Who was she? What was the
I thought we
deal?
would have
Well,
seen
she was
it.
a horse.
Oh, God,
she was
this
born
is
in
gonna be an
1938.
episode.
She died all the way to the end,
is
which is
awkward.
Now, I guess, really makes you think, though.
How many
huh?
people are
Life,
there, though? I
right?
bet you there's
Goes by,
nobody
stuff
in this
happens,
room.
And you die.
Absolutely not a single person.
Okay, well, that's my time. You've been great. Tip your waitress. No, I'm just kidding around. There's no waitress. But seriously, that's all I have to say about my mother. No point beating a dead horse, right? So, I don't know. Mom, you got any ideas? No? Nothing to contribute?
Oh, my God.
Knock once if you're proud of me.
Imagine.
Can I just say how amazing it is to be in a room with my mother and I can just talk and talk without her
Oh
telling me
my
to shut up and make her a drink?
God,
Hey, Mom,
this
knock
is
once if you think I should shut up.
horrific.
So seriously, if you wanted me to sit down and let someone else talk, just knock once. I will not be
Oh,
offended.
my God.
No? You're a funeral. Sorry about the closed casket, by the way. She wanted an open casket, but, you know, she's dead now, so who cares what she wanted? No, that sounds bad. I'm sorry. I think
That
if she could have seen what she looked like, Dad, she'd agree it's better this way. She looked like this.
Oh my God, this is
Like a pissed off
terrible.
toy
Like, I
dentist
get it. She was a
couldn't get
piece
her
of
eyes
shit.
closed.
I get it. But oh my God, dude. I mean, I am also a firm believer that, like, if you were a piece of shit while you were living, like, you don't deserve any special treatment when you're dead. Like, fuck you. You know? That was your life.
Jacket. But when I finally had enough, I went to the store and it was gone. They just sold it to someone else. So I went home and I told my mother, and she said, let that be a lesson. That's the good that comes from wanting things. She was really good at dispensing life lessons that always seemed to circle back to everything being my fault. But then, on the day of the talent show, my mother had a surprise for me. She had bought me the jacket. And even though she didn't know how to say it, I knew this meant that she loved me.
No
That's a good story
way.
about my mother.
That is a
It's
good
not true,
story.
But it's a good story, right? I stole it from an episode of Maude I saw when I was a kid where she talks about her father. I remember
like,
when I
how
saw
have we
it
not heard
thinking,
this story
that's the
before?
kind of story I want to tell about my parents when they die. But I don't have any stories like that. All I know about being good, I learned from TV. You need to be consistent. You need to be dependably good. You can't just screw everything up and then take a boat out in the ocean to save your best friend or solve a mystery and fly to
awful
Kansas.
this
You
is
need to do
and like
it every
jokey
day, which is
and funny
so
it is
hard.
when like
when you're a kid,
the meaning
you
of
convince
it
yourself
is
that
like
maybe the grand gesture could be enough. That even though you're
talking about the grand gestures, like he's always doing grand stuff. He's always trying to win people back by doing, you know.
My mother did not go gentle into that good night. She went clawing and fighting and thrashing. Hence the face.
Oh my God, you cannot do that, Bojack.
The only thing you'd be thinking about right now is that I am nailing this impression.
Oh my God, is she
I was
really?
in the
She's
hospital
really
with her those
gone. I
last
think if this
moments,
was a bit,
and they
we
were
would
truly
have.
horrifying, full of nonsensical screams and cries. But there was this moment, this one instant of strange calm, where she looked in my direction and said, "I see you." It's the last thing she said to me. I see you. Not a statement of judgment or disappointment, just acceptance and the simple recognition of another person in a room. Hello there. You are a person, and I see you.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you, it's a weird thing to feel at 54 years old that for the first time in your life, your mother sees you. It's an odd realization that that's the thing that you've been missing, the only thing that you wanted all along to be seen. And it doesn't feel like
this is tough. This is who?
I was sure that she would get in one final zinger about how I let her down and
Well, I mean,
about
if she
how I
had
was
dementia,
fat
right?
and
I think
stupid
they
and-
always say that you have like a moment of clarity or something, and it's like, I don't know, she had the, you know, the time for a final zinger.
Maybe it was an I see you, like, I see you. Like, you might have the rest of the world fooled, but I know exactly who you are. That's more my mom's speed. Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show called Horsing Around. Please hold your applause. And I remember one time a fan asked
in the
me,
90s,
hey,
I was
you know
on
that
a
episode
famous
where the horse has to give Ethan a pep
TV
talk
show?
after eating?
This is the only show that could get away with doing an actual eulogy for like, I don't even know how long this has been going on so far.
Then again, it's possible she wasn't even talking to me because,
my
if I'm being
God.
honest, she wasn't really looking at me.
I mean,
She was
people were
looking
making
just
noises
past
in
me.
the
There was
in
nobody
the
else in the room, so I wondered if she was
audience.
talking
So
to me,
like,
but
there's definitely
honestly, she
people
was
in
so
the
far
room.
gone at that point,
I'm
who
curious as to how many people and who it is.
My dad died about 10 years ago of injuries he sustained during a duel.
A
When your father
duel?
dies, you ask yourself
What do you
lot of
mean a
questions.
duel?
Questions
Like a
wait,
literal?
did you say he died in a duel?
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
Who dies in a duel? The whole thing was so stupid. Dad spent his entire life writing this book. But
Yeah.
He couldn't get anyone who didn't like his book, he would challenge to a duel. Anyone in the world. He'd even pay for airfare to San Francisco and a night in a hotel. Well, eventually this found its way to some kook in Montana who was as batshit as he was, and he took him out
Yeah,
for an offer.
yep.
They met at Golden Gate Park.
This is real.
10 paces, then shoot. But in the middle of the 10 paces, Dad turned to ask the guy if he'd actually read the book and what he thought. But not looking where he was going, tripped over an exposed root and bashed his head on a rock. I wish I'd known to go to Jack in the Box then. Maybe I could have gotten a free churro. Would have been nice to
That's
have something
not
to
how
show
he
for being the
died.
son of Butterscotch Horseman. My
like,
darling mother gave the eulogy. My entire life, I never heard her say a kind word to or about my
I don't
father,
know
but
what to
at his
do.
funeral, she said,
like,
my husband
this is
dead.
so much like trauma dumping in one episode, and I like.
And everything is worse now. I don't know why she said
This
that.
is just
Maybe
absolutely
she felt like that's the kind of
insane.
thing hey, Mom, what's the difference between my mother and a bunch of Easter eggs? One gets carried in a basket, The other gets buried in a casket. Ready for one more? Last one. What's the difference?
This is pain, dude. This is absolute pain.
Red, and the other is a huge bitch. Yeah, I might have gone a little too far with that one. That one might have
Is
been
it though? I mean, you literally
bitch.
did an impression of what her dead face looks like. I don't think anything you say is going to top that.
She used to put on these shows with her supper club in the living room, and she used to make.
Dude, I feel like I'm actually watching like a eulogy, just a really, really twisted
Those
one.
parties, Dad hated the parties. He'd lock himself in the study and bang.
Dad
on the
seemed
walls
to
so as
hate
keep it
literally
down. But he
everything.
always came
I feel
out
like
to
he
see
didn't.
Mom
There's
dance.
nothing that he liked
He'd linger
aside
in the
from the
doorway,
idea
scotch
that he was
hand,
going to write his
watch
book.
We understood each other in a way. Me and my mom and my dad.
You know?
As screwed up as we all were.
They must have saved
We
the
did
fortune on the
understand each
voice
other.
actors this
My
episode.
mother, she knew what it's like, in which you suddenly remember you can swim.
Are we moving away from the? Oh man, I was actually. I don't want to move away from it. I actually want this whole episode to literally just be this eulogy in this room and not.
But then again,
Dude, I think that's what we're doing.
Mostly you're
Oh my
drowning.
god.
She understood that too.
I mean,
She
we got to be
recognized
halfway
that I
through it.
understood it. And Dad, and I would like to think that that's what she meant when we were in the hospital, and she said, "I see you."
He's
You know, the
really
weird thing
hanging
about
on
both
to
your
this.
parents being
This
dead is
one
it means that
thing.
You're next. I mean, obviously.
Which, I mean, I get it. It's the last thing that she said. It's kind of hard not to hang on to it, but it probably actually meant nothing.
I actually had a near-death experience recently. A stunt went bad, and I fell off a building. I'm an actor. I do my own stunts.
I totally
On this
forgot
new
that
show,
happened.
Filbert,
I literally just
Unfiltered,
watched that
star
episode
of
and
the
asked
show.
how long is he
It
going to
didn't
have
come out
that?
yet, but it's already getting
Oh,
buzz.
God.
Speaking of buzz, anyway, you know what I thought when I was falling off that building and I went into panic mode? The last thing that my stupid brain could come up with before I died, won't they be sorry? Cool thought, brain. No, that wasn't. Just dial it back, all right? I don't even know what I wanted to be
Dial
sorry.
it back,
My
baby.
mom, even before she died, could barely remember who I was. And of course, my dad's dead. The last conversation I ever had with him was about his novel. He was so certain this book was his legacy. Maybe he thought it would vindicate him for all the shitty things he ever did in his stupid worthless
Which was a
life.
lot of shitty
Maybe he
things.
did.
I don't think
I
that
don't
any
know.
amount
I
of
never
books
read it.
would have vindicated that.
Why would I give him that? I used to be on this TV show called Horsing Around.
Oh
Seriously, though, hold your applause. Well held. It was written by my friend Herb Kazaz, who's also dead now. And it's
Everyone around Bojack is dead. Oh, God.
You can't have happy endings in sitcoms. Not really, because if everyone's happy, the show would be over. And above all else, the show
I don't like that
has to keep going.
foreshadowing.
There's always more show.
Not a fan
And
of
You
that.
can call Horsing Around dumb or bad or unrealistic, but there's nothing more realistic than that. You never get a happy ending, because there's always more show. I guess until there isn't.
Oh, my God,
My
dude.
mom
This
would hate
is...
it if she knew that I spent so much time at her funeral talking about my old TV show. Maybe she'd think
Yeah.
it was funny that her idiot son couldn't even do this right. Who knows? She left no instructions for what she wanted me to say. All I know is she wanted an open casket.
And you didn't even do that.
Do that right. I'm not gonna
I mean,
stand
you
up
could have
and
done
pretend
that,
I
right? You
understood
just...
how to please that
You
woman.
actively
Even
chose
so
not
much of my
to.
life has been wasted. But I keep going back to that moment in the ICU when she looked at me and
Said, I see you? Yeah. Oh, my God.
I see you. Jesus Christ.
Stop.
We were in the intensive care unit.
Stop.
She was just reading a sign. My mom died and all I got was this free churro. You know the shittiest thing about all of this? Is when that stranger behind the counter gave me that free churro.
Oh,
That
God.
small act of kindness showed more compassion than my mother gave me her entire goddamn life. Like, how hard is it to do something nice for a person? This woman at the Jack in the Box didn't even know me. I'm your son. All I had was you. Suddenly you realize you'll never have the good relationship you wanted. And as long as they were alive, even though you'd never admit it, part of you, the stupidest goddamn part of you, was still holding on to that chance. And you didn't even realize it until that chance went away. My mother is dead, and everything is worse now. Because now I know I will never have anyone who looks at me from
God.
across the room
Yeah.
and says, Bojack
Yeah.
Horseman, I see you.
like the emptiness that feeling is like he just has that emptiness now forever. Never got the resolution that he's looked for the last 54 years.
Depend on. And I know that now, and it's good. It's good that I know that. So, it's good my mother's dead. Well, no point beating a dead horse.
No, why would we?
Born in 1938,
why would we do that?
She died in 2018.
What?
And I have no idea.
What
she wanted.
What? Did you just start over? You just started over.
She just wanted what we all want. To be seen.
Oh my God. Stop. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Did he? Wait. What? What? What?
Is this funeral parlor B?
Stop. Stop. Dude, if that actually... Holy shit. Okay, we'll talk about it. As I'm sitting here thinking about this, I honestly... I don't think I'm going to rate the second episode, to be completely honest, so we'll get the first one out of the way first. And that was like a solid 3 out of 5 stars. Something that's memorable, but like I wasn't really feeling it at all and not something that I'd want to rewatch. I really enjoyed it for the sake of Princess Carolyn's character development and seeing the backstory and getting like the necklace story again and actually seeing it like come together. And I really enjoyed those parts of it. But like the story itself and the way it just played out just felt very mad. Like I feel like they could have done other things with it, which I'm not 100% sure what that would look like, but it almost felt like at the end it didn't matter. Like nothing, that whole adventure turned into nothing. All she did was like maybe realize something about herself and also help a stranger out in saying like, yeah, do what you want to do. And maybe for her that was a realization that like you have to do what you want to do, and that's what Princess Carolyn is gonna do. So like to me that whole episode was just like a bit meh. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on it. The second episode though, I can't rate it because it was just such a different episode. It's something that I would rewatch, but not for like the typical reasons of rewatching, and that's more so just like I'm curious about like really tuning in and listening, because what other show, because I can't think of any, I've never watched anything like that in my entire life, where it's the main character talking for 25 minutes, straight 25 minutes, no other voice actors, nothing. I mean, there's, you know, the rim shots here and there, and that was it though. I've never seen anything like that, and yet they pulled it off so well. Trying to do a reaction for that episode is tough because one, I don't want to talk over the words and there's just nothing but dialogue, so you have to find a place, but two, you want to listen in and not miss a single thing, and then three, it's like, what do you even, you know, it's like, ooh, ah, like it's crazy how like different that episode is compared to literally anything else I've ever watched. So for that reason alone, it's a great episode and a great piece of television, and I wish I could see it again for the first time, but I would love to hear what you guys' thoughts are on the episode, and if I missed anything in the eulogy, I'm sure I did, let me know, because that was just crazy. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe so you can come back and watch the rest of the series with me, and if you enjoyed it and you'd like to see the uncut reactions, you can get access to that by becoming a patron or a YouTube member with the links down below. But until next time, thanks for watching.